Hey everyone, my name's Lily and I'm the book blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm bringing you a mostly Fairyloot book haul. These have been piling up, and so I'm kind of just getting to them. This is all of them. There's like only 2 books in this pile that are not Fairyloot, so that's why I say mostly. So it's going to be a really quick haul. Let me start off with one of the ones that isn't Fairyloot. Let's just start off with the ones that aren't Fairyloot. So the first one is that I was sent an arc of A Restless Truth. This is the sequel to A Marvelous Light, which was one of my favorite cozy kind of fantasy. Was it cozy fantasy? It gave me like a cozy fantasy romance vibe. From I think last year, and this is the sequel. It's like a companion novel sequel, so I'm really happy and excited to read this one. And then the other one that is not Fairyloot is my Illumicrate edition of The Drowned Woods. It has stenciled like wave edges and an alternate cover. I think it's a different cover entirely, if I'm not mistaken. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. I'll like put the other cover here. And this one is signed by the author, and it has reverse dust jacket art, and also has a unique case stamp. So this is the case stamp here. It's hard to show it to you, but it's very gorgeous. And the reverse dust jacket art here, I love this style of reverse dust jacket art. It feels very, I keep saying woodcut and graphic, but the line work on this one is fantastic. The line work in general like makes me feel like it is more of a graphic vibe, and the color scheme I think for the alternate reverse dust jacket art is really beautiful. So now let's go into Fairyloot books. The first one is this Blood Scion. The cover colors are different, and I also love how much the blue pops. Also, sorry if you can hear that noise. It is my dishwasher, but I need to film this before the light changes and my camera battery is dying, so all sorts of reasons why I'm very sorry. I will hope not to have it happen again. It also has sprayed blue edges. It is signed by the author. There are these gorgeous kind of end papers to it. Also, what I think is my favorite aspect of this edition is that this is printed on the actual hardcover of the book, like basically the image from the front without the title treatment, and also has reverse dust jacket art, which I think is beautiful because it seems kind of simplistic, especially considering the last one, but it's very iconic, I guess, if that makes any sense. I really loved Blood Scion, so I'm very excited to have this edition, and I knew that it was coming, so I didn't get a finished like normal copy. The next one is the Stardust Thief. I really like the purple. I know that some people are not sure if they really like the purple, because I guess Fairyloot tends to do that a lot. This is just my first year of Fairyloot, so I don't know if they tend to do that a lot. But I think it makes it really kind of soft, whereas I loved the orange and the red and like the yellow vibes. Those are kind of my color scheme, as you can tell. But I love this one because I do think it's different, specifically also to my bookshelf. It has really cute character end papers. Let me see if the back is different. The back is different, so I will show you the back one. It also has a case stamp, which is really gorgeous, which you can see, and also like a back case stamp basically that says neither here nor there but long ago. So very excited for this. The Stardust Thief was one of my favorite fantasy ones because I really loved the adventure vibe, and I couldn't really tell where the book was going to go until it ended. So I'm very excited for the sequel, which is I think the Ashfire King. That title released really recently, so I'm excited for that one. The next one is my edition of City of Dusk by Tara Sim. Tara is an auto-buy author. I did a conversation chat with Tara on my YouTube channel. I will link that below. I love the black sprayed edges. I wish they had done maybe like bones or something, but black is still really pretty. I also love how this one feels lighter than the original one, which is kind of like a black, and this is a pale silvery gray kind of color. For the City of Dusk, what I have is the case stamp, which I really adore. I just kind of wish that like some of this had been on the stenciled edges if they had them. And also there are these really beautiful end papers. The next one is my copy of The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, which is one of my favorite adult fantasy releases of this year. It is like You've Got Mail meets Supernatural meets Wild West meets zombies. Like, it is difficult to describe, but it is fantastic. So swoony. It's like a fantasy romance. Really loved it. It is different colors, so basically they keep the same 3 colors, which is teal, yellow, and pink, but kind of different organization on the front cover. This has stenciled edges, which I really love. Also, and designed by the author. It has a case stamp as well, and it also has beautiful end papers like that. So basically, City of Dusk was one of the first ones for these adult fantasy subscriptions for this year. I think City of Dusk was in March, and so The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy was the one for July, I think. So you can tell that they're like upping the customizations, which I'm really happy that I kind of like stayed with it. I had to skip some ones in between, but I'm very happy that I stayed with it because I'm excited for August. August, like when you see my August haul, you'll know that it's going to be one of my favorite because it's going to have 2 editions of Babel, at least. So I'm very excited for that one, and you can tell that Fairyloot is like upping their game. And the next one is the July Fairyloot, I'm pretty sure, which was This Vicious Grace. It is yellow. This is the only one. I know why it's yellow because I feel like the lemon iconography for This Vicious Grace really leaned into it. I love the lemons, don't get me wrong, I love my little lemon tote bag. I just felt like the contrast on these stenciled edges could have been a little bit better. I don't know if you can even tell that it's 2 different tones of yellow. I do in general like the yellow though. I just wish that maybe that the sprayed edges had done maybe like yellow and green just to give it more contrast because it's kind of difficult to see. For this one, they have also a unique case stamp. If you can tell that, it's kind of hard to have you see it. And also their end papers. This and this. So I'm really excited. I really enjoyed The Vicious Grace. I think that this Vicious Grace has really fantastic main heroine who has to deal with this idea of like ethics and being seen as monsters. I did a panel with the author of This Vicious Grace, and so I will link that below as well because I thought that that insight was really fantastic. But in general, this is such a beautiful kind of special edition haul, which is, I want to say, out of 7, it's like 5 Fairyloot, 1 Illumicrate, and 1 ARC. But anyway, I cannot wait for the rest of this year. I don't know what it will hold, but I know that August will be gorgeous for Illumicrate and Fairyloot, so like waiting for those patiently. And yeah, I just wanted to share with you these special editions. I'm not exactly sure how I will display them on my shelf because I have to have all the sprayed edges to the back because the sunlight bleaches my sprayed edges. So please leave me below any tips you have for displaying your sprayed edges or how you organize them on your shelf. I'm going to have to figure out a new setup for my bookshelf with all of these editions, which is why even though they're not 10 and only 7, I have to film it because I need to get them on my shelf. So, I really enjoyed this haul. Please let me know if you've read any of these books because they're all out now. So please let me know if you've read any of the books and if you like them. And I will see you in the next book haul. Okay, bye.